Most men over 60 don't look outdated because of age. They look outdated because of the wrong polo shirt. It sounds small, almost trivial, but the truth is the polo shirt is one of the easiest ways to either sharpen your image or quietly ruin it. Now here's the part most men miss. It's not about dressing younger. It's not about chasing trends. It's about making the right choices with the basics you already wear. Because a poorly chosen polo too loose, too thin, the wrong color can make you look tired, heavier, and less put together than you actually are. While the right one does the opposite. It makes you look cleaner, more structured, more confident, without trying too hard. On this channel, we focus on classic menswear, practical style, and helping mature men look sharp without overcomplicating things. Because at this stage, you don't want to experiment with fashion. You want to look respected, comfortable, and in control. In this video, I'll walk you through the most common polo mistakes older men make, what actually works better, and how to upgrade your look with just a few simple changes. Because when you get this right, everything else becomes easier. This is where most older men accidentally look outdated without even realizing it. The biggest mistake, wearing polo shirts that are too loose, not slightly relaxed, actually oversized. And this is often done in the name of comfort. But here's the truth, comfort without structure quickly turns into sloppiness. A polo that's too big does a few things immediately. The shoulder seams drop past your natural shoulder line, which makes your frame look smaller and less defined. The body of the shirt billows out, especially around the midsection, making your torso look wider and less controlled. And the sleeves, often too long and too wide, remove any sense of sharpness from your arms. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They think a looser fit hides the body. In reality, it does the opposite. It exaggerates everything you're trying to downplay. Picture a typical weekend outfit, an oversized polo untucked, paired with relaxed pants. Nothing looks intentional. Nothing feels structured. The result isn't effortless, it's just unrefined. Now compare that to a polo that actually fits. The shoulder sits exactly where it should. The sleeves gently hug the arms without squeezing. The body follows your shape without clinging to it. Suddenly, everything looks more balanced, cleaner, more put together, not tight, not trendy, just sharp. A well-fitted polo gives your upper body structure. It creates a subtle V shape, which naturally makes you look stronger and more proportional, something that becomes more important with age. A simple fix when trying on a polo check. 3-point shoulder alignment, sleeve fit and length. The hem should fall just below your belt line, not halfway down your thigh. Quick takeaway. The right fit doesn't just improve your polo, it improves your entire presence. And once the fit is right, the next thing most men overlook is even more important than they think. Now here's the part nobody talks about. Most men focus on the fit but completely ignore the fabric. And that's a mistake. Because even if your polo fits perfectly, the wrong fabric can still make you look cheap, tired, and outdated. Here's why. Fabric is what gives a polo its structure. It determines how the shirt sits on your body, how it holds its shape throughout the day, and how it reflects light. And these small details add up fast. A thin, low-quality cotton polo tends to cling in the wrong places. It collapses around the chest, wrinkles easily, and starts to look worn out after just a few washes. You put it on in the morning and looking decent, and by afternoon, it looks like you gave up. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Because when fabric loses structure, your entire outfit loses authority. You don't look intentional, you look casual in the wrong way. Now picture the opposite. A well-made polo in a structured fabric like peak cotton or a quality cotton blend. It has a bit of weight to it. It holds its shape. It doesn't collapse around your midsection. Instead, it creates clean lines that follow your body naturally. That one detail alone makes you look more put together, even if the rest of your outfit is simple. Here's a real-life scenario. You're going out for a casual dinner. Same pants, same shoes. But you switch from a thin, soft polo to a structured one. Suddenly, the outfit feels more refined, more intentional, almost like you upgraded without actually trying. Not flashy, not expensive looking, just solid. And if you want to take it one step further, consider knit polos. These are a step above standard polos. They feel more like a lightweight sweater with better drape and a more mature appearance. Perfect for situations where you want to look relaxed but still sharp. Quick takeaway. Don't just judge a polo by how it looks on the hanger. Pay attention to how the fabric behaves on your body, because the right fabric doesn't just improve your polo, it elevates your entire presence. And once you understand fabric, the next thing that quietly makes or breaks your look is color. This is where a lot of men unintentionally make themselves look older without changing anything else. It's the color of the polo. Now here's the part most people overlook. Color doesn't just affect the shirt, it affects your face, your skin tone, your overall energy. The wrong color can make you look tired, washed out, even slightly dull. While the right color can do the opposite, it brings life back into your appearance. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They either go too bright or too faded. Bright colors like loud reds, neon blues, or overly saturated tones can feel out of place. They draw too much attention and often look like you're trying too hard to look younger. On the other side, overly dull or washed out colors like faded gray or lifeless beige drain your complexion. They blend into your skin instead of framing it. Neither works. So what does colors with depth? Colors with balance. Think navy, charcoal, olive, burgundy. These shades are rich without being loud. They add contrast to your face, especially if you have gray or white hair, which naturally softens your overall tone. And here's a simple example. Imagine two identical outfits. Same fit, same fabric. One in a faded pale color, the other in a deep navy. The difference is immediate. One looks forgettable. The other looks grounded, confident, and intentional. Not trendy, not flashy, just sharp. For more relaxed settings like a weekend coffee or casual errands, you can also use lighter tones like white cream or soft blue. But the key is keeping them clean and crisp, not worn out or yellowed. Quick takeaway. The right color doesn't shout. It supports your presence and makes you look more alive. Because style after 60 is not about standing out loudly. It's about looking strong, clear, and in control. And once your color is right, there's one more thing that can instantly date your polo no matter how good everything else is. Here's the piece that ruins an otherwise solid outfit, even if everything else is done right: the wrong polo style. And this is where many men over 60 get caught without realizing it. Because the polo itself isn't bad, it's just outdated in subtle ways. Let's start with the most common one: oversized logos. A large, loud logo across the chest immediately pulls your outfit in the wrong direction. It shifts the focus away from you and onto the brand. Instead of looking composed and intentional, it feels like you're advertising something. And at this stage, that works against you. A well-dressed older man doesn't need to prove anything. He doesn't chase attention, he controls it. Now add to that bold horizontal stripes, especially wide, high-contrast stripes. These visually widen your torso, shorten your frame, and create a slightly dated look that's hard to ignore. What might have worked years ago now tends to feel off-balance and less refined. And then there's the collar. This is the detail most men never think about. A soft, flimsy collar that curls or collapses after a few washes quietly destroys the structure of your entire upper body. It frames your face poorly, makes your neckline look less defined, and gives off a worn-out impression even if the shirt is technically clean. This sounds small, but it changes everything. Because once the collar loses its shape, the polo loses its authority. Now here's a quick, real-life scenario. You're heading out for a casual dinner. You're wearing clean trousers and decent shoes. But your polo has a loose collar, a big logo, and slightly dated styling. The outfit doesn't fall apart, but it never comes together either. It feels stuck in between. Not relaxed, not refined, just off. So what's the fix? Keep it simple. Choose polos with minimal or no visible branding. Go for solid colors or very subtle patterns. And most importantly, look for a structured collar that holds its shape throughout the day. Clean design, strong structure, no distractions. Quick takeaway. The best polo doesn't draw attention to itself, it sharpens everything around it. Because real style at this stage isn't about adding more, it's about removing what doesn't belong. And once you eliminate the wrong styles upgrading, your polo becomes a lot easier than you think. So if those are the polos to avoid, what should you actually wear instead? This is where things start to get interesting. And because you don't need more clothes, you just need better versions of what you already wear. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They think upgrading means dressing up more. It doesn't. It means choosing smarter. The first upgrade is the knit polo. This is one of the easiest ways to elevate your look without stepping outside your comfort zone. A knit polo has a smoother texture, a slightly heavier drape, and a more refined feel compared to standard polos. Some come without buttons, others with a clean 2 or 3 button placket, but the key difference is how they sit on your body. They don't cling, they don't collapse, they flow, and that creates a quiet sense of confidence. Picture this: you're heading to a casual dinner or meeting friends for the weekend. A knit polo paired with well-fitted chinos and loafers instantly looks more intentional than a basic cotton polo. Same level of comfort, but a completely different level of presence. Not formal, not overdressed. Just right, Octa. The second upgrade is a structured, classic polo. This means a polo made from thicker peak cotton or a quality blend that holds its shape throughout the day. The collar stays firm, the sleeves keep their form, the body doesn't lose structure after a few hours of wear. This is your everyday essential. Perfect for running errands, grabbing coffee, or even casual family gatherings. It gives you consistency, it will always look solid without effort. And if you want a simple rule to follow here, it is: comfort matters, but sloppy comfort is not the same thing as effortless style. Choose polos that feel good, but also look intentional. Quick takeaway: you don't need to replace your wardrobe. Just upgrade your polos to versions that hold shape, feel better, and present you with more clarity. Because once you wear the right polo, everything else becomes easier to style around it. And that leads to the next step: how to actually put these pieces together without overthinking it. Most men don't struggle with polo shirts. They struggle with what to wear them with, and this is where things often fall apart. Because even a great polo, perfect fit, good fabric, right color, can still look average if the rest of the outfit doesn't support it. On the other hand, when everything works together, the result feels effortless. Now here's the part nobody talks about. You don't need dozens of outfit combinations. You just need a few reliable formulas that always work. Let's keep this simple. First, your everyday casual formula: polo plus chinos plus loafers. This is your go-to for errands, coffee, or relaxed weekends. The chinos add structure, the loafers keep it clean, and the polo ties it all together. It's comfortable but still looks intentional. Second, a slightly sharper option: polo plus tailored trousers plus leather shoes. Perfect for dinner, small gatherings, or situations where you want to look a bit more put together without going full formal. The trousers elevate the look, and the leather shoes add maturity. Not dressy, not stiff, just refined. Third, your relaxed weekend setup: polo plus dark jeans plus clean sneakers. This works when you want something easy but still controlled. The key here is dark jeans, no distressing, no excessive fading. Clean lines always win. And this is where most men get it completely wrong. They mix good pieces with overly casual ones like worn-out sneakers or baggy pants, and the whole outfit loses balance. A well-dressed older man doesn't overcomplicate things. He relies on simple combinations that consistently work. One more small detail that makes a big difference: tucking. For a sharper look, do a clean tuck with a proper belt. For casual settings, leave it untucked, but only if the length is right. Too long and it instantly looks sloppy. Quick takeaway: style isn't about endless choices. It's about having a few strong combinations you can trust. Because once your outfits become predictable in a good way, your confidence follows naturally. And that brings us to the final piece: the mindset that makes all of this look effortless. This is the part that quietly changes everything, but almost no one talks about it. Because at the end of the day, it's not really about the polo. It's about how you see your own style after 60. Most men fall into one of two traps. They either stop caring completely, or they try to dress like they're 30 again, and neither works. Style after 60 is not about looking younger. It's about looking sharper, stronger, more intentional. That's the shift. A well-dressed older man doesn't chase trends. He doesn't rely on loud pieces or flashy details. He focuses on clarity, clean lines, proper fit, and pieces that quietly support his presence. And this is where everything we've talked about comes together. The right fit gives you structure. The right fabric gives you quality. The right color gives you energy. The right style keeps everything timeless. Put those together and something changes. You don't just look better, you feel more in control of how you present yourself. Now picture this. Two men, same age, same environment. One is wearing a loose faded polo with no structure. The other is wearing a clean, well-fitted polo in a strong color paired with simple, balanced pieces. Nothing flashy, nothing complicated, but the difference is immediate. One looks like he gave up. The other looks like he knows exactly what he's doing. Not trendy, not flashy, just sharp. And this is the identity shift most men miss. You're not dressing to impress people. You're dressing to reflect who you are now, a man with experience, clarity, and self-respect. Quick takeaway. When your style becomes intentional, everything else follows: your posture, your confidence, even how people respond to you. Because real style at this stage isn't loud, it's controlled. And once you understand that you don't need more clothes, you just make better choices. At the end of the day, this isn't really about polo shirts. It's about making better decisions with the pieces you already wear. Because most men over 60 don't need a bigger wardrobe. They need a more intentional one. Get the fit right and your body looks more balanced. Choose better fabric and your outfit holds its shape. Pick the right colors and your face looks more alive. Avoid outdated styles and everything feels cleaner, more current. These are small changes, but together they create a completely different impression. Not trendy, not flashy, just sharp. And here's the truth most men overlook: when you look more put together, you carry yourself differently. You stand a bit straighter, you move with more confidence, and people notice even if they can't explain why. So instead of adding more to your closet, start refining what's already there. 2 or 3 great polo shirts done right will take you further than 10 average ones. Now, I'm curious, what's the biggest mistake you still see men making with polo shirts today? And what's your go-to polo color right now? If you found this helpful, subscribe for more practical, no-nonsense style advice for men over 60. And in the next video, we'll break down the best pants to wear with polo shirts so you can put everything together without overthinking it. Because once you get that right, your entire style becomes effortless.